Today we're going to talk about the gay marriage debate in the Bible. Specifically, we're going to talk about Genesis today. Genesis is one of the common books in the Bible that we hear in the homosexual debate that condemns homosexual relationship. And it's just simply not true. And we'll go through it today. Um, you know, in debate, especially on social media, where the debate is short, uh, people refer to Genesis and tell us about the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, and that God destroyed the cities because of homosexual relationships. And basically, the part of Genesis that's being talked about is God sends two angels to Lot's home in Sodom, and they spend the night there. And the people of the city surround Lot's house and tell him to send the men outside because they want to get to know them. And in that verse in the Bible, know them can also mean sexual relations. So people will say that that's what happened, and because of that, God destroyed 4 cities because of it. But there's so much more to the story of what happened when we got to that point. And that's what we're going to take a look at. Because compassion for others is a fundamental cornerstone of Christian ethics. And the Bible is the bedrock of the Christian faith. And God does not expect us to choose between compassion and faith in the Bible. And reconciling the Bible, it does not necessitate discounting parts of the Bible, recasting it, or deconstructing the Bible. All that it takes is reading the passages of the Bible with the same care that we would any other passage of the book, and not just one verse, but understanding the story behind that verse and what is happening in that time frame. And in Genesis, Abram and Lot, they had to separate, and Lot decided to live in Sodom. And we're told in Genesis 13:13 that the cities were wicked. We see that 4 kings, they go to war against 5 kings, and Sodom is one of the 5, and the 4 kings win. And they take everybody, including Lot and his family, and they take everybody's possessions, and they take them prisoner. And when Abram finds out that his nephew Lot has been taken captive, he takes his trained people, his servants, and they go and defeat the kings. And they get Lot, all of his possessions, the women and the people, and they bring them all back to Sodom. And after they come back, the wickedness in Sodom and Gomorrah becomes even greater. And the Lord said, "The outcry of Sodom and Gomorrah is indeed great, and their sin is exceedingly grave. I will go now and see if they have done entirely according to its outcry, which has come to me, and if not, I will know." And he sends 2 angels down to Sodom, and they go to Lot, and Lot, takes them up in his house for the night. And this is when, all of the people of Sodom come and surround the house, and they say to Lot, "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us, so that we may know them." And in this verse, as we spoke earlier, the word "know" can also mean to have sexual relations. Some churches teach that the only people that were out and surrounding the house were men. And this is why a lot of people believe that, this is why Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed, was because of the homosexual activity that these men wanted to have with the angels that God sent. But we really have to take a look and see What was going on in these cities? Besides the fact that even if that was it, that is not a loving homosexual relationship. If the men of the city surround a house and demand to have people brought out to have sexual relations with them, that's rape. But there's even more to it than that. In Isaiah, we're told of, the entire first chapter tells of an utter condemnation of Judah. They are repeatedly compared to Sodom and Gomorrah, and throughout the chapter, the prophets list many sins of the people: rebelling against God, lacking knowledge, deserting the Lord, idolatry, engaging in meaningless religious rituals, being unjust and oppressive, being insensitive to the needs of widows and orphans, committing murder, and accepting bribes. And there's no reference at all to homosexual activity. In Ezekiel, behold, this was the guilt of your sister Sodom. She and her daughters had pride, excess of food, and prosperous ease, but did not aid the poor and the needy. They were haughty and did an abomination before me, so I removed them when I saw it. Proverbs tells us that there are 6 things that the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that make haste to write evil, a false witness who breathes out lies, and one who sows discord amongst his brothers. We are told of all types of sins in the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, and judgment was passed upon Sodom and Gomorrah and 2 other cities. The Bible tells us of many sins that were occurring, but never tells us that homosexuality is one of them. God is a righteous God. It would take more than just homosexual behavior for God to destroy 4 cities. These cities were committing what was hateful to God.